like any of them.
By the morning, Lord, I strike. Oh, and I hit a 12.
Welcome to RollQ, where super nerds with questionable accents tell a great and maybe tragic story. I'm your DM Q, and this party needs your help. Grab your dice, let's roll some death saves. The party is in big trouble with one down, one hurt. And to give you the Sending Stone recap from last game, Luke, take it away.
25 words. 2 temple. St. Andrew's bones taken. No longer safe. Jerky sexton suspected. Interrogated poorly. Oksana creepy with children. Coffin maker responsible. Vampire basement attack. Gummer die.
Wow! Oh my god.
My next band is definitely going to be named Jerky Sexton. I mean, that's like, you know, it's a good pro wrestler name.
I was going to say, I had a jerky sexton one time down in Cancun, and
Had to see a doctor.
Yeah, I was gonna say, did you come back with
penicillin
anything?
after that.
Oh
Could
my
cast a
God.
little lesser restoration on you, and it'll probably make you feel better. And now, without further ado, we go back into the basement of the coffin maker's house. In said basement were 2 vampire spawn and 1 vampire spawn plus. We're not exactly sure what Valenta is. Gummer is down.
Yeah, Gummer's bowels are currently loosening, so she'll get something.
oh, he was a champion.
Guys.
Sound effects, just not words.
As the round begins, Valenta will kind of sneer down and she'll look towards you, Oksana, and she'll say, "How are you feeling, my love?"
I don't
Not happy.
feel well. I don't feel well, bitch. Thank you.
All right, so it's her turn.
Oh, I probably shouldn't have said that then.
And she's going to reach into her pouch and pull out a little crystalline shard. And she will reach down and right in front of Father Lucian and the vampire spawn, she will snap this thing onto the ground. I need Constitution saving throws from Sam and Cormac, and also Spawn 2, who succeeds.
17.
He succeeds. You will make her wisdom save.
Remember how I earned heroic inspiration last time?
So we're going to pretend instead of you guys weathering the Thunderstone, it's done. She will shoot her hail of daggers at Gummer. Ooh, yeah, no, that's going to hit. That's 25.
Yeesh.
So she throws what seem to be daggers out of nowhere, and they launch at Gummer, and he, unconscious, just sort of does like that. And that is an automatic crit, so Gummer, that will cost you 2 death saves. Cormac, your turn.
I don't like any of that. I'm going to first back up a step, risking potential attack of opportunity from Vampire Spawn 2. No idea.
Vampire Spawn 2 will take their swipe. Yeah, that's a 21 to hit. You are grappled. That is 5 points of slashing damage.
Well, that makes all the cool dramatic things I was going to try really suck, but I'm going to do them anyway for the story.
For the story!
The narrative.
Not actually moving, but I will just try to disadvantagedly get the crossbow in his face with True Strike. So let's see if I
Okay,
can
very good.
possibly hit there. Not with the disadvantage. No, I can't. Like a 9 total, I assume is not going to hit him. Well,
It's very fast and jerky around. Very hard to get a beat on.
Cormac reaches what little he can of his fingers waggling to his sheaf of papers. Even kind of enclosed as he is, he's normally quite fumbling with this stuff, but in the moment is obviously stricken by the situation with practiced ease, sort of runs his finger along the papers and pulls out this one sheaf. And he says, I don't know if this will work, but I stand with 2 servants of the Morning Lord. Surely he will come to our aid, and I will cast the scroll of spiritual weapon. I don't even know the language, but Ama spiritus et bonitatis defendeos quia lucisuium. As I am in the range of the spirit guardians, with all these, and the little suns swirling around, kind of like if you imagine a movie situation where like rain is falling on an invisible creature, and you kind of see this like splattering against something that's not there. The little suns start to splatter on something that's not there on Cormac's shoulder until the little splatters of light start to soak into this thing. And you see on his shoulder, there is now bathed in light the figure of a tiny winged gargoyle holding a mace that looks exactly like Father Lucian's. And he will swoop
Very
across
nice.
behind the vampire spawn and try to whack him.
The gargoyle is not grappled.
It's a 10.
Cormac, now having you in its clutches, the vampire spawn first is a claw, natural 20.
Oh my god, is this gonna be a TPK?
That's 19 points of damage just from that.
I did roll an 11, so it's only 8. which is good.
That's great. Feel it sort of rush through you and it clunks off a little bit. 9 will miss. As it sinks its teeth into you, Joe, I will need a con save.
Well, I've only failed 3 of those already today, I think. Hey, there you go. 21.
Nice. You're able to dodge that completely out of the way and the bite utterly misses you. You hear the fangs kind of clack next to you. I will fail. Yes, Spirit Guardians, thank you very much. And that is 5, 10 points of damage. This vampire spawn's looking pretty rough.
Get him, Lathander.
Father Lucian will just kind of reach up. May Lathander imbue his eminence, and he will cast Divine Eminence on your sword, Sam.
I better make it count.
We're going to cast Sacred Flame. Pop the thing right in front of us. Spawn will make a dex save, which it will succeed. Lucian looks down into the room. You can tell he wants to get there. That's his turn. Oksana, it is your turn.
So at this point in time, if you are new to the channel, please go to our playlist. Otherwise, start here. It's only going to get better. Okay, so using the health potion that Gummer gave her, she's going to give it to him and say, friend, this is yours. And that's gonna be my action.
As you look down, he's unconscious. As you say, this is yours, you unpop and you pour it into his mouth. Choose that as her action. Therefore, it is an automatic 10 points of healing for Gummer. Gummer, still prone, wakes up just in time to get a claw headed down towards him. Ooh, that's a 10. That misses. This comes down towards it and it hits right in the good part of Gummer's armor. Shanks out away. Second claw, 7 points of damage. Gummer is still up. Gummer is grappled. Gummer, I need a con save from you.
11.
11 is a failure. As the spawn reaches down and sinks his teeth into Gummer, Oksana, you can see that the life that was in his eyes kind of drains out as his eyes close. The spawn will kind of kneel down and kind of look to the girl to see, to Valenta to see what she wants him to do. And she'll just kind of point at Gummer.
Going how I envision.
Gummer, it is your turn.
That is a 10.
A 10 is a success. Rules as written.
Gummer.
You have got this.
Still unconscious, but Gummer, if only you could feel your rock, which is kind of slightly moving around on your chest. 1 success. That's Gummer's turn. Sam, it's your turn.
Vampire Spawn 2 is about to get cleaved in twain. If I have anything to say with it, about it. In twain. By the morning, Lord, I strike. Oh, and I hit a 12.
Oh, shit. Oh, no. So...
yeah, maybe I should use that heroic inspiration.
You should. You should use it.
I think I'm going to do that. I said by the morning... No! Okay, there we go. 25.
That is a mighty, mighty hit.
Excellent. So that will be 8 plus 12. That'll be a total of 20 radiant damage.
You have cleaved this vampire spawn in twain.
In twain.
Swing the sword, and you feel even more than with a divine smite, which feels like a burst of power. You almost feel like Lathander runs his hand up your sword as the radiant energy goes into this thing, and it just withers and completely falls.
Sam pauses for just the briefest of seconds to evaluate Father Lucian and Cormac's physical condition, decides they can continue standing on their own, and will advance down towards Valenta.
Valenta will shout at you, Sam, and she will say, "It's a good thing we're in a coffin shop. They're going to have somewhere to put those parts when I'm through with you." He will run away. She's going to climb 15 feet up the wall. She's going to look at you, Oksana, and she's going to remember that you called her a bitch. And she's going to shoot her hail of daggers at you.
Bring it on.
That's a 13. So the first hail of daggers kind of heads towards you, but then your armor of shadows just kind of sinks over and it kind of blasts off the side. She gets angry and she shoots another one. That is an 18.
Fuck.
18 hits you? Okay.
Yes. Oh my god, the language. And I will not be editing any of this. You're still alive,
no.
Luke. You're still alive.
3,
Fuck yeah.
If barely.
6.
Fucking A.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
I'm down.
Oh no.
If we kill Oksana, this will be the end.
I'll make up the couch. Never hurts to be prepared. So as she shoots the first one, she kind of runs. She shoots the other one, and this one manages to squirm through the armor, and all these daggers sort of hit Oksana, and you see her just kind of fall to her knees and down, kind of face down. She is also unconscious.
Oksana!
This was such a shitty idea to race to this basement.
And that is her turn. Cormac, you are up.
I'm just gonna go all the way back around into this corner.
This is your time to make choice. Oksana, you hear in her head, in your head.
I hear it in her head. That's
Yes.
impressive magic.
Make a
That's not how any of
stand.
this works.
It is like Sam or you. You must decide. Only it worked that way.
Could not succeed blending them with the forces of light. Let them come as they are. And I will use my action to pop into this dimension my familiar, who no one has seen, sauntering in from the shadows, is on all fours. A very animalistic stone creature that kind of looks like a hyena. In fact, it is, so it's got like these kind of jagged stone crenellations that are kind of that like spiky hair along the back of the neck. But it's also just completely covered in spotty white and orange lichen, like a statue might be, that gives it that spotted hyena look. And I actually did some art for this myself. Bring up
Yeah.
Please do. Oh man, that's so cool.
He will then cast Dragon's Breath on himself, and his mouth kind of forms into that tube and gets ready to spit some fire.
I prefer you to just do it on your turn.
It's a 15-foot cone directed at Valenta. He'll take a step closer if he needs to because she's on the ceiling, or whatever you say there.
Pythagoras says just one step will be fine. That is a 9.
Yes.
Wonderful.
The Morning Lord is with us.
Is it?
A pretty decent roll there. That's going to be 13 fire damage. Trot back out around the corner.
Valenta's looking pretty rough herself. Father Lucian races to Oksana, and he's going to cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level on you. 23 plus 5 is 28 hit points from the 2nd level Cure Wounds.
So I'm alive?
You're very alive. He races down. Lathander, protect us! And he'll reach down, and Oksana, you feel this like golden light moving through you, and you wake up and you feel you're still lying down on the ground, and this kind of priest is looking down at you and his hands are on your shoulders, but you feel pretty darn good.
I feel bad that he didn't go to Gummer.
He can't make it. It was not even a choice. It's too far. So that will be Father Lucian's turn. So Oksana, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna stay where I am. The logic being I can try to attack Vampire Spawn 1.
What are you gonna do?
Eldritch Blast. There's a nat 1.
You feel great, and you jump up, and you let loose this Eldritch Blast, but it kind of sputters in your hand. And you kind of look toward your hand. And your patron says, "That was my bad. I'm sorry."
I'm
Happens to a lot of
upset. I really wanted to help.
Okay. Vampire Spawn 1. With advantage, that's a 17, Gummer.
Doesn't hit.
He reaches down, clank. Try again. So both claws go clang. As he claws down at you, he's a little bit confused.
Could I flavor it as his little shield of thorns is like just slowly moving from one side to the other to try and
Oh yeah, like in Princess Bride when he parries like this.
Yep.
And the spawn will just kind of growl and look at her, and now she looks back and she points at Gummer again, but this time she looks a little desperate. Gummer, it's your turn. That is a 2nd death save from you.
That's a natural 20.
Your shield moves back and forth. That power kind of sinks back into you. And you hear in your head, "We're not done yet." Quite sure who said it. Your rock is singing though. And with a natural 20, unless I am mistaken, you are at 1 hit point.
He's still on fire.
Shit. Well, there's no reason to roll.
Can we say that his failed attempts to attack me actually like tamped out the flames?
Brilliant.
Hey, we're trying to elicit comments. This could be a very good one.
I'm okay if he's unconscious. I really.
Power of the healing
No,
potion
I know.
put out the flames. It
It's-
radiated magic extinguishing agents.
After a nat 20, going down to a 1 point of fire on a d4 just sucks ass. I don't like it.
Yeah,
So,
The world works.
I know, but I don't like it. It's my world, damn it. The DMG says that very clearly over and over. I'm gonna say that when you fell down the first time, the fire sputtered itself out. You're not on fire. You are laying down with 1 hit point.
All right,
That's
he
your turn
comes
still.
back awake, and I don't think it's subtle or quiet. I think he's like, "Rah!" and he's gonna do what he probably should have done originally, which is he's gonna grab the rock and he's gonna smack it into his chest, and he's gonna cast protection from evil and good, specifically targeting undead. With his bonus action, he's gonna use a charge of his second wind, 3 hit points.
You just quadrupled your hit points. That sounds good to me.
That's true. That's some serious silver lining garbage.
Silver lining in a tornado.
Father Lucian's spirit guardians are still up. I'm gonna risk taking the opportunity attack at disadvantage because of protection from evil and good.
Spell. Spawn will take said attack of opportunity at disadvantage. Yep, that's a 13. So, having just been shocked by literally it was going to eat you to now you're up and running away, it's a feeble attempt.
I don't know what'll happen later, but I think in this moment, there's like a mania that takes over for him, and he is like cackling as he runs away.
Sam,
Can I reach Valenta? Like, I know I could have the movement to get there, but if I am by her,
Sam's tall, right? How tall?
yeah, he's 6 foot something.
Yes. This is sexy.
Probably
6'6". He is 6'6".
6'6". Yeah, literally just walk over there and stand up on the coffin.
All right.
Yeah, we do not need to calculate anything.
We must negotiate every advantage we can.
Let's go do that.
Are we to believe that they put the lids back on the coffin when they burst out of them? They're like, oh, by the way.
No, he's straddling on the spines. He's standing on the outsides, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sam strides over confidently, puts 1 foot up. One part of the coffin kind of creaks under his weight. He sticks his other foot. It takes the weight. He rises towards Valenta, shining sword, leading the way. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, Bubba. And the coffin must break beneath his weight and pull him down just shy of striking his goal because I rolled a 9.
Yes! No! And you kind of land amongst the splinters, looking up. She looks down and she does not gloat at you. She looks really scared.
No one would ever accuse Sam of trying to save face, but what is clearly an attempt to save face, Sam, recovers his sword and, staring down at Valenta, says, "Come and face your doom, creature of darkness." I meant to do that. I meant to crush the coffin.
Is that like the
Yeah.
combat version of it was an alley-oop?
Valenta will sort of cringily smile down at you. You're not buying it, Sam. But then she'll turn towards Father Lucian and she'll say, "Why don't you guys stick around? And I need Gummer and Oksana and Father Lucian to make a strength saving throw."
That's a 19.
Well, Father Lucian rolls a nat 1.
Dirty.
Okay. She throws this like goop of almost like looks like a sort of tar, and she'll throw it down and it sticks around to you. But Gummer and Oksana, you're both like having near-death experiences has really pissed you off.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, "Rah," and you just rip your feet free. Father Lucian's sort of like, oh, darn it. No, Sam, you're too low down. 5, 10, and she will sling the daggers at you, Oksana. That's a 15?
It missed narrowly.
So as she's racing back, she kind of shoots the daggers towards you, and they get really close, Oksana, and they kind of tinkle around your feet before they kind of disappear. and she sort of snarls, and you sort of see her eyes move towards the hole that Gummer came out of.
Nah, bitch.
That is her turn. Cormac, you are up.
Cormac will lift his hand and flick the old diamond ring, which begins pulsating different colors, and as it hits red, he flicks it again, and a chromatic orb of fire shoots across towards Valenta. Let's see here if I can roll. Any good? 21.
Hits.
14 fire. No doubles, so it does not bounce.
Oh man, I was excited about that.
Yeah, well, me too.
Valenta has 14 hit points.
Nice.
However,
Mm.
as this fire blasts into her, you see her start to melt, and all of a sudden she kind of looks up. Her nostrils flare, her claws grow, and her eyes grow red, and she has this awakened bloodlust, and she just screams at you guys as loud as she can.
It's unpleasant. Shaken for a moment, but then turning to the only help he knows to call upon. Varanthus, please, he's not down. Varanthus will run back into the room.
Vampire spawn is a 12.
That is a fail.
She is 13.
Also a fail. It appears that my save DC is a 14. 12 fire damage this time, but to both of them.
Dragon's breath kind of blasts and they both kind of squirm.
Aina runs back over towards me.
Father Lucian is going to focus his attacks on not Valenta. He's going to fire a guiding bolt at second level at this vampire spawn. Whew, 19 plus 5, 24. He reaches out, let thunder blast you, and he shoots this bar of like radiant light, and it blasts into the spawn. 19 points of radiant damage.
If I'm killed, I want to play Father Lucian.
And at this point,
Wait. Can I?
spawn's looking pretty rough for you.
Ah.
Sure.
I need to go back for a second. When I was down, that was 10 hit points, right? Because I had 10 left.
Yes.
She has to
So then
take
you were at
5.
0.
Remember life tether?
Oh, she did. She did.
Okay. Whew.
Yes, she did. Yeah. As you go down, the life tether snaps, and it's gone now. But it did shoot up, and it did, kind of hit her in the gut. I did that, but I very much might not have. So I appreciate the reminder. Father Lucian will make another strength save at the end of his turn to see if he can unsticky himself, and that's a nat 1. So I guess he'll be staying put. Oksana.
I'm going to Eldritch Blast at the vampire spawn 1 without moving at the moment. 14.
14's gonna miss.
Do I have
but it does
advantage?
miss.
He's glowing.
Yes, you do, because of the guiding bolt.
Ha.
See? 17. That hits.
Okay, awesome. Shit. What do I do now? Sorry.
Yeah, D10 plus 6.
Okay, good. It's actually D10 plus 4. And I rolled a 1, so.
Probably her charisma mod, but with the attack bonus has the proficiency bonus attached to it as well.
5 points of damage as it does kind of graze the vampire spawn on the shoulder. But even grazes are working these days, and it's looking very rough.
Like if I were to use my movement to go stand in front of that hole, obviously that's not a great personal idea.
She would have to use her action to shove you out of the way,
Okay.
which she might not be able to do.
Okay. Shit, I keep trying to move the wrong thing. Just filming.
You are now standing over the hole.
All right. Standing on the hole.
Vampire spawn watching you run past is going to attack you. Natural 20. Oksana. 17 points of slashing damage. As it claws into you, it's now got you held. So you are now grappled. Again, that's 12. That will miss. And it's going to lean forward, and I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, Oksana.
I knew that was a stupid thing to do. I just felt like that made more sense, you guys.
You're still over the hole.
Well, I might die on the hole.
And still be over it.
Constitution, that was 6.
Yeah, that's going to fail. So this one sinks its teeth into the same spot she sank her teeth into. And this is going to hurt. 5 points piercing and 10 points of necrotic, so a total of 15.
So, can you go into the negatives?
No, once you hit 0, you're
Okay.
down.
I'm down.
As you go down, your hit point maximum also decreases by 10. So even if you get healed all the way, it'll be 10 less than normal.
Okay.
Until long rest, and then you're fine.
You know what? New players learn these things. It's okay.
So you guys watch it.
Old players learn them too. Yeah, it happens to us all.
As Oksana bravely / recklessly races toward to block this way out, and the vampire spawn just claws and then takes the teeth, and she's down. She is unconsciously laying over that hole. So after putting Oksana down, it turns, and in its blood rush, it races, and as it does, the sunbursts of Lathander just rip through its body, almost tearing its flesh out, and a big glow happens as it sort of collapses to the ground. Gummer, your turn.
First, healing word on Oksana. That's 10 hit points. And then he's going to pull on his beard and pull out the thorn whip and try and wrap it around her and try and pull her off the ceiling. 15.
Get over here.
Just hits.
Oh boy. So that's 5 piercing. It should pull her into the space of spirit guardians and hopefully off the ceiling.
Down
10 feet.
at
I
that
don't know how to
angle. Oh yeah, it does get her down off the ceiling. 16, so she'll take 8 points of radiant damage from the spirit guardians.
Okay, and then I think he's just gonna shout, "Sam, would you kindly, please?" And then that's his turn.
All right, Sam, your turn.
Sam sets his sword forward and charges right up to Valenta, blade leading the way. 18.
Hits.
7, and I'm going to smite her for good measure. 24 points of radiant damage.
Blast right into her.
Yeah, he just set the sword forward and charged, driving the blade straight through her and into the wall.
A lot of practice with Doru.
That's why we do it.
Better. So I think he's gonna use a reaction to aggress. After taking a damage from an attack, she can move her speed toward a hostile creature she can see without opportunity attack, and she of course will run Oksana, who is awake but still laying down.
I will use my bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on Oksana,
Okay.
and I summon a Lathandrian field of morning energy surrounding her to grant her +2 bonus to her AC.
Thank you.
Morning Lord's blessings!
Gotta get on board with that.
I'm sorry to do this.
No!
but
Okay, Luke.
I know.
in order to smite, it's a bonus action and a spell.
Oh shit, you're right.
I could have told you that, because many a time have
See,
I done that.
I was thinking that, and I didn't have the
I was
confidence.
just gonna
to
say, like, Oksana.
someday.
No, I'm looking at it right on the sheet.
It is new.
Well, it was a thought.
It was, and she really is now in love with Sam. Sorry, Cormac, you helped for a while, and then you're hiding in the corner.
Yeah, Cormac is just heartbroken that he won't have to figure out what's happening anymore.
You see, last session I forgot what level I am. This session I'm casting bonus actions I don't have. What's gonna happen next? Stay
All
tuned.
things we wish you could do.
If you haven't subscribed by now, please do to see what other things we miss. Or
Stick around and keep watching
Okay.
us till we can do these things.
With Valenta's turn, she'll look down at you, Oksana, and she'll say, "My master will rip apart this entire city to get to you." And she's going to reach down and she's going to try to tug you out of the way, Oksana.
I'm clasping.
So that is a 17 to hit.
It hits.
You take no damage. She just drags you out of the way, and she'll turn and she'll say, "I'll see you again." So she's going to use her bonus action to use her leap ability. She is not a badger, so we're going to call that half speed, and she is under the house, and you cannot see her. Cormac, your turn.
Interesting.
Fit into the hole. You can do it.
I'm not sure it's a good idea for me to do it, but I'm not the only one here. I think I'm just going to use my turn. I know there's nobody around, but I should have done this a long time ago. To just cast Mage Armor on myself, finally. And because it'll last 8 hours, and boy, I think that we're going to die sometime in the next 8 hours in character. And then my familiar will take his action. 40 to get to the hole. It's close
It's
enough.
literally fire in the hole.
Yeah, exactly.
Fire in the hole. If you're willing to get down in there, you can do that. So she will make a dex save at disadvantage since she's in a hole. Yeah, she succeeds. So you can sort of see through your familiar, her dress sort of catch that dragon fire and it burns up. She kind of screams. She's going to use a reaction. It's going to turn around and I will need your familiar to make a dex saving throw, also at disadvantage since it is not a badger and it is in a hole.
A 7.
All right. So she leans and she spits blood. The wad of blood smacks in your familiar's eyes, and the familiar is blinded until the end of its next turn.
Always good.
Father Lucian. Does anybody look hurt? He looks around. Anyone need healing? Does anyone need healing?
Sam is 9 points down.
I have 10.
Governor is still sitting comfortably at 4.
Oh.
Okay. So he's going to reach down, and he will use his last second level spell to cast Cure Wounds on you, Gummer, as he does not have any in the hole skills, so we will do what we can. Gummer, that's 33 points added back to you.
Shit.
And that
This is the cure of your lifetime.
it would be amazing if I wasn't down 15 of total hit points from the necrotic damage, but yes.
Gummer, you feel like this would have felt so good about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
As it is, it's okay. Oksana, your turn.
I don't have any pack slots left. All I have is Eldritch Blast and Prestidigitation. Somehow I feel like that one's not going to work. So is it even possible for me to Eldritch Blast into a hole that may not be straight?
It would be if there wasn't a hyena blocking it.
That's, yeah.
It would still be a disadvantage, but with those two things combined, you don't have a shot.
Okay, then I'll just hold that action should another bad person come out.
Okay.
Is that
Very
like
good.
the right thing to do?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
If for some reason she turns around, as soon as she pokes out of that hole, you blast her. Gummer, your turn.
Can I shout something to those who came from upstairs
Sure.
and expect a response?
Yeah.
Is the door unlocked?
Yes.
Yeah. Not aware of anyone
We didn't
locking
lock
the
anything
door.
behind us.
So Gummer, as he has done before, is going to pull the antlers out of his head and turn into an elk. Is going to yell at Sam, "I'll take you outside, maybe we can cut her off." And he's going to hold his action to dash. I don't know what kind of height we can expect, but oh well. And that is his turn.
All right. Sam, your turn.
Sam's gonna ride Gummer.
I cannot.
Is that the plan?
Talking about holes, I mean, it's
How I've been waiting to hear those words.
I cannot wait to listen to this back.
Sam
Definitely
rushes.
brings it out in you.
Gummer has been the brains of this operation for a long time, so Sam has implicit faith in him. He rushes over, throws a stony leg over his haunches.
Does it hurt? I just want to know if that hurts, Gummer.
oh no, I don't get like that.
All right.
And then, so I can take us 30.
Oksana, it looks like you're stuck with me after all.
Well, and the priest.
The priest is here. We can just
Nope.
take care of it while we are here.
Nope. Still just looking down. Tar-sticked boots.
Yes, take
Okay.
commitment. Take the commitment. Let's take the
Sam
next
and
step.
Gummer, that
On his thing, Sam obviously still has his action and bonus action, so
Yeah, there's not much really I can do except prepare to go to work once I'm in range. So
Enjoy the ride.
So her turn, two things. First of all, she doesn't have none to say right now. Second of all, she's then going to regenerate some hit points. So she'll use her leap ability to kind of press herself forward, choose her action to dash. 5, we'll call it 10 to get out of the hole, and then 20 feet. So she's racing. You can chase, and we'll just do theater of the mind from here on.
is Is it sunny out?
It's never sunny in Barovia.
Oh, ooh.
For now, that's right. The coffins seem really more like a choice than an actual problem. Cormac?
Yeah, there's not a lot I can do. I'll spend my bonus action realizing that he can't see, and just he's done something to Ravandus. She's done something to him. He can't see. He may be able to struggle through the hole. Do you want to go through there, Oksana?
I'm
Do you
good.
want him out of the way, basically?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because he could come out and get out of the way, or I could have him struggle his way through the tunnel.
I appreciate the, like, you do you. I will do anything. You do you.
Well, I can just start running with these guys out of here, because God forbid they catch up to her.
Okay, leave me behind. That's fine.
Yeah, you can run too. You've got a priest with you. That's totally fine.
Yeah, that's what she wants. A priest for the...
Arnthus will move however far through the tunnel you think he can while blinded. I'm happy if that's reduced in some way.
It's a straight shot, so I
Sure.
don't see why being blind would slow him any more than usual.
To half is still only there, so he's just sort of, I know nobody can see it, but it's, stone creature just worming his way, smashing through this dirt to try to get through there, all blinded with blood in his face. And that's everything I got.
Yes. Father Lucian's going to use his last 3rd level spell to dispel magic on his feet. Wipe up that tar, and still with Spirit Guardians, he will move as much as he can. All right, that's his turn. Oksana.
Can I ask a player question? I know it's like a metagaming thing, but clearly I can't imagine doing a whole lot of literal damage. In a situation like this, what are the options that a more experienced player would consider, I guess?
How do you mean exactly?
I guess
Like-
I'm standing there, you guys have gone off, and I'm waiting for some threat to show up in a basement where no one is.
Well, what I would point out is that the threat is ancillary to our actual goal, which is to retrieve the bone.
I was thinking the same.
Mhm.
For what it's worth.
Okay.
Secure the bones.
We opened the thing and all we saw was the toy, right? Not the toy, but the thing that, like...
So, after the poison sticker got you and you heard that noise, you didn't get a chance to see anything. They could be sitting right there.
Okay, so is it fair, even though we discussed it, for Oksana to use that as her action to check that out?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. It's got a name in 2024. I can't remember. Search. The search action. You'll use the search action. Now that there's no poison, that stupid toy is done. It's a very, very simple false bottom. Able to pull that out, and there is a big stack of human bones.
She's so excited. But where's Sam? He carries everything. He's her bag of holding.
Or Sam, the pack animal.
So, I will take the bones and then somewhere around there.
Gummer, your turn. So, I'm happy to play this out. However, we can, counting everything, 90 feet of movement. I know the elk can go 100, but she's got quite a head start. She's going to angle herself so that it's going to be hard to even see her.
You get me within
I get
20
out
feet
there.
of her, I can throw holy water at her, but that's it.
Not a
And I have
chance
holy
to get within 20
holy
feet of
oil.
her, but-
We have the bones.
So yeah, I think you gallop outside, and by the time you get around the corner, he's gone. Those of you that are inside hear a very small voice from a corner say,
Have those awful creatures left my domicile?
We'll walk back around the corner to where I've left him cowering behind an illusory gargoyle.
Yeah.
Dispense with it.
You find him, he's got his hat, and he's holding his hat in front of his face.
Yes, they are gone. Get up.
I am very relieved to hear that. I don't mind telling you it's been a frightful few days for me. Well, you're quite the adventurers.
Yes, we are. Please subscribe. Yes, Father, we are here. Subscribed
you-
and all of that.
If you subscribe, perhaps you can also have a tour of my domicile.
Zillow listing. Here are the bones, Father.
That's such a relief.
Can I keep
I hate
one?
to-
Just a finger.
I'm not sure Lathander will notice one little knuckle.
Thank you
But
so
if
much.
you did, is that worth the risk?
Well, when we get there, I will cast the ritual, and we'll see. If the ritual doesn't work, Oksana, you might have to give that back.
Well, you take it, and then yeah, this is fine. I can. And she just will just regard her patron and be like, "Is this good?" Good.
I see 2 vampire spawn, and I doubt anyone going to want to save them.
Okay, I do not need the
Beautiful
bones.
art.
Okay. I do not take the bones.
To the coffin guy, I have every belief that you are frightened, but these are the sort of, I won't even say folk, creatures that one is frightened of even when they work with them willingly. How do we know
Well-
you're not a part of this?
Perhaps if you would ask around town, they will tell you that while I do have my eccentricities, I am also quite well regarded in the community.
Well, on the alternative side, perhaps, if you did this and you didn't want to, they must have had something over you. Was there any threat to you that we need to deal with?
No, the threat of horrible, painful death was quite adequate. I thank you for all being my knights in whatever armor you happen to be wearing. You have my eternal gratefulness. That's a different word, but I can't think of the right one yet.
Gratitude.
That's right, gratitude. You have my eternal gratitude.
Sam walks away and goes down into the cellar to he's going to make sure that the vampire spawn are fully vampire extinguished.
They are quite dead. They're undead. I'd love to have this done. I normally wait until dawn on the day to recast the ritual, but I think I'll just go ahead and do it right away.
Oh, that is good. I thought perhaps you had to wait, but yes.
So how can we help?
I think an escort back to the church would be the first thing on the list. Keep your eyes out. I don't know how many vampire spawn might be out there.
I will lead the way.
Oksana's going to hang back.
As you guys exit, Henrik will say,
Thank you very much. Perhaps I will see you at the festival.
and he'll look towards you, Oksana, and he'll say,
Will you not be joining your friends right now?
Oh, not right now. I was going to go clean up a little bit of the mess down below. It's just something I like to do, you know. It sort of cleanses the soul as well, if that's okay with you.
make deception, or if you've convinced yourself that you are just tidying up, you may make a persuasion. Otherwise, it's deception.
That's an 18.
Well, I certainly do appreciate the help in cleaning up.
Oksana, you are alone in the cellar.
She's going to take each of the bodies and skin it so it's all bones. Blue leans forward. I love that. I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. I promise. And
I would say it takes you 4 hours at least to get to this point.
listen.
Seriously.
Okay, let me just say this one thing and then I'll move on and do something else. If it is like mummified in the way that you described Doru, that should be like literally scraping.
Peels off easy, like kind of like.
Well, not like a sunburn like peels off, but like I just feel like it's a tough bit of meat, you know?
Like just pulling flesh like masking tape, just
Yeah.
pulling off the body.
Just maybe gorilla tape.
I've decided to allow that because I really want to see what you're gonna do. It works great. 20 minutes.
I really want to see what you're gonna do too. And 2 minutes into your process, a stone hyena crawls back up out of the hole and sits down politely and watches.
Okay, I don't know if Cormac will think this is good looking, but okay, so she's going to gather the bodies together. There's just 2 of them, right? And she's going to like skin or fillet or just take the skin off, not even caring where it went, and start to break apart the bones, not the bone itself, but pull them from each other. She is inspired by Sam's attempt at, helping her. And so she's, oh my God, she's like, by the light of Lathander, we are putting things together. And she puts a bundle of it together and raises it up and goes, "Is this good?" Because she's also kind of like pissed off at her patron too because of the dream and everything. It's like, "See, I'm doing it, but by the light of Lathander, she has created a song." And then she'll go put it, or drag it and put it basically where she found it, in that area. And exeunt, followed by a bear. That one was for you, David.
Thank you. I appreciated it.
We were actually in that play.
Yeah, but I think it is exit. I don't think it's exeunt.
I do not remember if that actor was pursued by a bear. I hope so. All right. So
You are pursued by a hyena.
He's a very good-looking hyena, I have to say.
He trots along 100% there, obviously accompanying you, not supervising or anything threatening.
as you emerge from this house, for those of you who haven't been outside, it's probably around, I don't know, 3 in the afternoon. It's probably about a 15-minute walk across town. Father seems in a hurry, and he does not seem interested in like anyone asking him, "Hey, Father, how are you? What are you carrying? What do you have there?" He's trying to keep this as close to the vest as he can.
I have a
Close to
quick
the
question.
vestments.
Sorry. I just realized Gummer was bit, I was bit. Is anybody else bit? Is that still bleeding or?
Make a, and could be so many things. Make a medicine check.
9.
9. Gummers don't look too bad as you kind of peek at it. His sort of look like arenas. There's a couple more of them, but they don't seem red or infected or inflamed or anything other than punctures. You can't see your own. When you touch it, it just feels a little tender.
Are vampire spawn able to make more of them? To my knowledge?
To your knowledge, doesn't seem like they would be able to. What Valenta in her particular, she was the one who bit Oksana.
Mm.
Whether she is different in some way, you don't know.
Gummer, how does your bite feel? Your bites?
He opens and closes his jaw a few times.
No, like
I
you're...
got hit in the face pretty good, but no, I think it's fine.
Okay, so you are not complaining about someone having bit you.
Oh, those. How do I feel?
You feel like your hit point maximum has been drained somewhat, but other than that, I mean, there's a level of exhaustion and frailty that you're probably not used to. Other than that, I mean, you don't feel
A slightly svelte bowling ball today.
Yeah, exactly. You don't feel any like you have zero worries of turning into anything.
So the only thing that we were noting during the combat was that he was bitten, and then you said that Valenta bit me but like hung on. Is that kind of okay?
That is what happened.
Would we know based off of the book that we got? Was it the full book or just the sheet of paper that we got from Arenas? Just the paper.
The sheet of paper. Without reading all of that, I would say that Valenta would be perhaps something that the book would not have note about.
I'm just trying to figure out if she's going to become like Doru.
You don't know.
Okay, we'll keep walking. I have plans for her.
15 or 20 minutes, you start to walk up the hill, and you're to the church now. The father says, if you don't mind, I'm going to do this right away. Feel free to make yourselves as comfortable as you can. He will walk over, You'll place the bones down into that that hole in the floorboards. You can see that Henrik has left boards and nails to cover it up, but Father was waiting to put the bones back first. Says he'll put the bones back before he does anything. Closes his eyes, moves his lips almost imperceptibly as he casts this ritual, with almost no sound. And then he opens his eyes. You feel, none of you, anything. And he'll say, I think that worked.
Well, that was
Wow.
anticlimactic.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, but I feel like restoring a safe haven against perhaps Strahd himself, reasonably climactic.
I expected it to feel different.
What does your faith tell you, Sam?
That the Morning Lord is with us always.
That is what my faith tells me. Perhaps we are hearing the same message. I've got a lot of work left to do, some boards to nail in, but I feel very comfortable being able to shelter Arena. Thank you. What you've done is...
Would you mind terribly if I took a few moments to satisfy the trust but verify school of thought?
Oh, yes, please.
I will take my own few moments to ritually cast Detect Magic and see if I can determine if there seems to be any effect.
While he's doing that, can I do that thing, you guys, where I can regain a pack slot?
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll remember what it is shortly.
Gummer, I'm not sure if he'll listen or if he'll want to see him. Gummer will go to Yeska's room and see if Yeska would like to see that the bones are there.
Yeska will peek out and he'll say, were you able to bring them back? Is everyone okay?
Everyone's just fine. And yeah, the bones are back. Father Lucian said that everything's fine. It's back to normal. So you're safe.
It's a relief. So can I come out and help?
I think just you being out here is a help.
Doesn't quite smile, but it's as close as you've gotten. And he'll sort of walk out and go over to Father Lucian, and who'll say, "Oh, Yeska, you're just the person that I needed to do this." And he kind of is very kind with him and allowing him to. There is a very powerful abjuration magic surrounding this entire place.
Yeah, so are there like pews in here, like that kind of church?
Yeah,
So,
sure.
so like he's had all his stuff spread out across, like two different benches, kind of turning back and forth, consulting different papers, and eventually it just sort of says, "Well, I hadn't taken the time before, so I don't know about whether it's any different, but the protections do seem to be in place, so we should be all right to, well, not just leave Arena here, but anyone else you wish to shelter." It didn't, of course, protect against them coming and taking the bones out, so I don't know exactly what it does stop, but I know it was dwindling.
Intermediaries.
And there will be no shortage of those, though.
Maybe telling Irina so she can keep an eye on it.
I
Maybe
think
keeping
this.
something secret isn't the best idea.
I do think this is a good idea, and I am curious about how this Baron falls into place here. It must be connected somehow. Worth checking out. After we chill, relax, like recoup.
I know it perhaps seems a bit too on the nose to my character, not my character, but my personality. But I'm not sure how much we should relax. I think we have yet one further reason that we should not tarry in this town. the threat to come after us, I think perhaps we should leave quickly and leave visibly, so that the people
We
here are not
must deliver
terrorized
the
by us.
toy to Arabella.
I think a
Exactly.
stop at a toy shop is a reasonable delay, but as much as there are other things going on here, and although we did survive that, I still feel we are perhaps slightly out of our depth, and I don't want to bring more onto this town.
I can respect this. Oksana will take a step back and kind of defer to these gentlemen that have both said Terry multiple times in this campaign. Let us
There's
go.
just so much we don't know, and I don't know exactly how to find it out, but until we understand some things about what Madame Eva told us and that sort of thing, I think we're best not to get mixed up in more troubles.
So to the toy store. Do we need to do a short rest? Is that worth doing?
Given the time, I think if you take a short rest, the toy store will close.
No, but Cormac makes a good point, which is that if we're trying to protect people, our notable absence might do that, at least somewhat.
Could you please say we shall not tarry?
No, my name's not Terry.
All right, onward to toy store.
I mean, we'll probably run into
So-
horrible death there too, so who knows?
So with a little spring in your step, you arrive at the main circle.
Although Ravanthus, my familiar, followed
Oh, yes.
Oksana all the way back. Once he got there, I will dismiss him to wherever it is now, other plane or whatever.
Ravon.
Yes, it's Ravanthus. And in fact, those of you who know any Elvish would probably recognize that there is like a mixture of a common word for friend, but twisted to have the word for evil stuck in the middle of it, because he can't decide which of those this thing is. But I'll dismiss it so that we're not as conspicuous as possible.
That's brilliant. I love that.
Very good. So you're able to pass the town circle. You kind of walk down, and just as you can see, sort of vendors starting to close up shop, you do see, there it is, Blinsky's Toys. There's a sort of carving, and it's inked in with, it almost looks like perhaps this is Blinsky, but whoever it is seems to have like a classic jester's hat on. And it says, Blinsky's Toys.
Gummer just walks on in.
You walk into this place, and your very first thought is, oh my goodness, there's a lot of toys here. All kinds, wooden tops or dreidels, any manner of dolls, any manner of sort of figure, almost any animal that you imagine, carved. There are a couple of actual marionettes that are sort of creepily. As you walk, you'll see Mr. Blinsky come out from behind. He's wearing the jester's hat. He'll say, welcome to Blinsky's Toys. We have toys for all ages, from wee ones up to ye ones. And he points up at Sam.
Sam
Is
like
there
turns
anything-
around and accidentally knocks a hanging Mariette about, and he's just like slowly getting himself entangled in toys.
Oh, that's all right. I've never actually seen that happen before. Is there something in particular I can make for you?
Did she ask for
Okay.
anything in particular?
And I was gonna ask. I don't remember her asking for anything.
Madame Eva very specifically said, choose what you think is the best toy.
Oksana has
And
taken
She
out-
described Arabelle as, quote,
We're not giving her a
interesting.
dagger, Oksana.
Interesting.
Oksana has taken out two of the marionettes, and unbeknownst to anyone else, she actually has quite a bit of marionette puppeteering training. So she is actively acting out the romance that she would like to see with Cormac, and then also like turning to Sam, who Sam is actually like caught into these marionettes as if he were a marionette. So she's actively doing a really good job, by the way, so you would really understand her intention. So that's what she's grabbed. She would like this toy and continues to do this.
He'll watch and he'll say, wow, that is impressive. And I don't mind saying, very unexpected.
It does like he gets on one knee and like profess love. It's not anything inappropriate.
As you are kind of watching Oksana, you see behind Oksana on a little beam, there's a little monkey. And the monkey kind of comes and watches her do the marionette thing, just kind of sits down.
Mr. Blinsky, anything new? Anything one of a kind?
Oh. Funny you should say that. Piccolo there has really some inspiration. What I'm trying to do, and what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna make a miniature jester's hat with a little band, and I'm gonna have Piccolo wear it during business hours so he can help me in the shop. But until then, I've been working on a mock-up. And he'll kind of wander over, and he'll pick up this sort of toy monkey that has this sort of felt jester's hat tied to it. Its eyes are big like Piccolo's, and as you sort of look back and forth, you're like, it's not bad. Looks kind of just like him.
I mean, one of a kind.
I like it.
Gummer, as you were the one that asked to see the toy, I would have you make a perception check.
23.
23. In amongst the monkeys, and it strikes your eye because everything else looks fairly brunette, as it were. So, dark features. And then there's this doll with long red hair. If it is not the spitting image of Irina in medieval doll form, you don't.
Is it available? Like, can he grab it?
He can't. You can reach out for it. Yeah.
This one right here. That's.
No, I'm sorry. That one is not for. And he reaches and he's going to try to like pull it out of your hand.
Well,
It's not for sale. It's custom made for a special buyer. I'm sure that there would be any number of these hundreds of toys which would adequately serve, but I cannot let you have this. Sorry.
Well, why not? We talked about one of a kind. It seems to be one of a kind compared to all these others.
Like I said, it's for a very special buyer. It's custom order. I can't just give these things away. I don't even know how it got put out there. Piccolo, did you put that out there? And the monkey will go,
perhaps we could speak to the buyer and make the buyer an offer.
Sam, make a persuasion check.
15.
Sort of look around, and you'll very quickly walk to the front door, latch it, flip the close sign. I don't imagine you want to speak to that special buyer. That is a custom doll made for Isaac Strahd.
The Baron's guard.
He's the kind of fellow, he's antsy. You really want to do something to make him calm down. And he came with a real bee in his bonnet. And he said he needed a doll, and he needed it made by tomorrow morning. He had very exact specifications. So anyway, now you understand why I can't give it to you.
Sorry, so this is the first time that this Isaac has come asking for toys? You didn't think that was odd?
It was very odd. He's never asked me to make anything before. I did get the feeling he was looking for something in particular, but he never blessed me with his coinage. So yes, it was very odd.
What would a man like that want with toys?
Very, very specific, especially about the red hair and the green eyes as well. Very specific.
I can think of no, at least not immediately, of any magical ill purpose he could put the doll to, but Is there anything special about it, Mr. Blinsky, beyond it just being a representation?
Apart from the hair and the specification, it's not any more particularly joyous or macabre for that matter. Most famous toy maker in Barovia, greatest toy maker in history is Von Weird, and I've taken a lot of inspiration from him, but this was different.
Perhaps we should maybe see if our friend would like to come check out this toy situation.
I'd like to make sure our friend ends up back where they belong.
You know, my friend, I was talking about, I have a friend in my head sometimes when I am playing with marionettes, so, you know, I don't know, I got carried away. Sorry, Blinsky. I will continue with your amazing toys. Realizing she probably shouldn't have brought
I
that
have
up.
someone in my head. Sometimes I call them the Muse. Other times I call them Fred. Sort of depends on how he's doing that day.
Sam
He's
has
not
got
very
like
helpful.
a slinky dog stuck on both of his hands at this point.
Hey, with the marionettes, but that really takes a lot of coil work. If we can, could we perhaps work on extracting him from this, please?
Does prestidigitation work for that?
Carefully work. Does anyone have mage hand? That might help. Sort of move it around and very slowly. Piccolo, can you come help with this? To be honest, Piccolo's not been much of a help. I haven't been here very long, and I've tried things, but he is not helpful at all. Cute, though.
Where did you get him?
Oh, you know, it's a funny story. I actually was given Piccolo. There was a traveling scholar that came through, said he was looking at Barovian plant life, anthropology. I can't really remember. His name was Alanic Ray. He had the monkey, and I said, well, that is a very interesting monkey. And he said that where he was going, it might not be safe for Piccolo, and could Piccolo live with me? And of course I said, well, yes. That's how Piccolo became my friend.
Did Piccolo come with anything? Belongings?
He left a little bit of food with him. Honestly, it's just people food. I'm not exactly sure. Could have gotten it from anywhere. But no, Piccolo travels light.
We know that name? I feel like I know that
He
name.
was the guy staying in the manor house.
And he was the guy that Doru told you turned out to be Rudolph Van Richten incognito.
And wrote the book.
Did he leave you any reading materials as well?
No, he was always writing, though. I suppose that's what scholars do, though, right? They write?
Right.
Right. I think, unless anybody disagrees, that we're buying the toy monkey. We're not buying Piccolo.
Oh, well, yeah, no, Piccolo would not be for sale. But yes, that if I give you a discount, would you be inclined to perhaps not use the name Isaac Strasny and dolls in any sentence said outside this room?
How much of a discount?
Right. How about, well, normally I would charge you 12 gold for this kind of piece, but 8?
I don't mean to be, like, disrespectful. Your artwork is rather, stunning. But I feel like if we are going to, pay 8, you should probably throw in the 2 marionettes. It would be great for a child, I just feel like it's a bit small for 8. As beautiful as it is.
He'll look and he'll say, well, 2 marionettes are worth a lot more, but, well, I'd hate to separate them.
Yes, it would be very sad, and I feel like we would get a lot of play out of them.
I've never seen anyone work the marionettes like you did. I believe perhaps you were meant to have these marionettes. That is a deal.
Meant to be. Thank you.
Do you want it gift wrapped? We do that free.
For the toy, yes, the little toy. For the marionettes, I will save the environment.
He'll go back behind the counter, Dart, gift wrapping. Doesn't take him very long, and he hands you this sort of box with a nice little twine ribbon, and he'll say, here you go. Who's the lucky kiddo who's going to get my toy Piccolo?
You wouldn't know her. It's okay. Thank you.
Oh, well, come back anytime. It's no fun. It's no Blinsky. Door shuts behind you.
Actually, if I may, before we walk out, I'm going to walk over to the counter and just say, I don't like restricting information that might be useful. I won't say anything without very good reason. But I'll place 4 gold down on the counter and say, but I'd sooner pay full price and keep my options open. Then I'll walk away.
Would she
I
have...
have lots of money, y'all.
Did she check that? Yeah, but it's a power thing. So would she have seen that? Or would you have
She's
waited
not
till
hiding it.
That's a decision that you get to make.
Not hiding.
Okay. She will notice it if permitted to just... I won't say
Sure.
anything.
Okay.
Lock and
As you guys
key.
have exited with this toy, it's pretty near full dark now. There are no other shops on the square that are still open.
We should travel at first light.
Yeah, but I want to make sure Irina's back in the church before we do anything else.
Agreed.
If I remember correctly, she said she would meet you back at the inn, actually.
That's true.
And perhaps
I just
you
didn't know if
could
the
suggest
church
that
was
you go
on
back
the
to the
way
church.
to the inn. And if
yeah,
he-
no, the church is kind of here, and you're here, and the inn is on the way to the church, actually.
Okay, all right, to the inn then. Yeah.
While we are walking, Cormac, I noticed that you gave the toy maker money, and said something, can't quite remember, something about like, I don't know, I got the sense that you like totally paid him what I tried to get this a deal on.
It didn't seem like a very sensible deal. I don't need to save 4 gold to make some sort of an agreement not to say things that might need to be said.
Okay, I feel like this is good point, and I will not take offense.
If we feel even, for example, that we want to mention this to Irina, at least this way I can certainly spare 4 gold to make sure I don't feel bad about doing it.
So you felt bad?
Well, if I had agreed not to mention it outside his shop, and then saw fit to mention it, again, even to Irina, well, I'm not saying I would necessarily have felt we shouldn't violate the deal, but I can spare 4 gold.
Okay, so you're doing it so you can just say what you want to say. Is that kind of what I am understanding?
Yeah, I mean, if there comes a time when his involvement in exactly what he wanted us not to mention is important, I'd rather be able to say so with a clear conscience.
Conscience. I don't get a lot of that very much. There's a lot in my head, but I think this is good to ponder. Yeah, and she's gonna sort of note that personally, that it made a lot of sense because initially she felt undermined. She's walking with the marionettes as we get to the end. Just
You reach the inn. Sounds like normal business in there. Loud, but not overly so.
Are the ravens still up top?
Yep.
He'll give him a wave.
because that's Madame Eva, right? The
According
ravens.
to them, they're nobody. They just happen to be there. But
The blue-tailed feathered raven is there. As you enter, you see that Irina's beat you here. She's having a conversation with the 2 sort of scruffy hunter-looking fellows. They're talking as you walk up. They're sort of talking about the best way to, if you hunt and kill a stag, the best way to taxiderm the head onto the wall. She's sort of, grew up with that, and there's a whole bunch of stuff all over the wall, mostly wolves. So as you come in, Irina sort of looks and says, "There you are. Did it work? Are the bones back? Is it safe again?"
And restored.
Holds up a wine. I'm about halfway through my 2nd glass of this. I think when I finish this one, staying in the church seems most prudent. Well, I'm glad you all had a good and successful day. I certainly did not. Here's this. She hands you back the letter of introduction. I didn't even need it. As soon as I said my name, they showed me right up, and well, I spent multiple hours kissing up to this stupid baron, only for him to tell me.
Keep your voice down.
Oh, Rob. Only for him to tell me, as soon as I asked for something, he said, "Oh, he could not possibly entertain considering it." Hours wasted for nothing. Next time I'll ask him straight out. Anyway, all my people are still outside that gate.
Did you see his guard while you were there?
I saw his guard while I was walking in. They were out putting up signs and for the festival that is upcoming. Oh, speaking of festivals, she'll reach in her pocket and she'll pull out a piece of parchment that she'll unfold and she'll say, "This is what they were taking down to put up the old ones." And she'll hand it to you, and it says, Baron Vargas Velakovich presents Wolf Jamboree. And it says, attendance and children are mandatory to attend. And, you know, it basically says, at the bottom it says, all will be well. And she said, well, I'm really, really sad we missed the Wolf Jamboree, aren't you?
Rather smacks of desperation.
The whole thing is desperate, although, honestly, he seems quite pompous and confident. Not really sure where he comes by it. Honestly, I think false confidence might be one of the most important things to a happy life. What do I know? Anyway.
Well, Sam was getting to a point.
Oh, I'm sorry, Sam.
Strahd, the one with the strange arm. Did he show any peculiar interest in you?
I mean, I suppose he did. I sort of thought maybe he stared at everyone like that. And of course, being a woman with red hair, one gets a lot of stares. I didn't notice it was particularly different than normal, but he was certainly staring at me.
You do not know him from anywhere.
I don't think so. Honestly, I have to say, perhaps there is something. I felt the same thing when I saw him as I felt when I saw that lake. That I'd never seen him before, and yet there was something. Perhaps it's this past life nonsense.
Past life nonsense?
Oh, you know how Strahd was saying, my soul is not mine, and he's known my soul for hundreds of, 1,000 years. Perhaps my soul knew his soul, and before, I have no idea. Came here to help my people, and I've not done that at all, so to think of something new.
Well, whatever amount of time it is, he seems to, as Sam said, have a peculiar interest in you.
What do you mean?
We visited Blinsky's today. Got to get
the toy shop. Mm-hmm.
And he. Can we be sure that like nobody is listening in?
Sure. Make perception check.
We all? Or can I help?
Yeah, it's only 12.
12. It's pretty loud. You look around.
Natural 20.
Hey! Sam, there are eyes nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. You look and everyone is completely involved in their own thing and nobody's listening at all. You'll say,
Mr.
what
Blinsky,
interest?
He got a special order from that guard. And the doll looks exactly like you.
Is it? He asked for a doll that looked like me.
I don't know. Blinsky doesn't know. I don't know that any of us can really tell, but what I will say, I don't want to speak for anyone else. The church will keep you safe from some things. I don't know if it'll keep you safe from him.
Perhaps, although, I mean, if you were looking for any sort of traveler, you'd look here, wouldn't you, first?
I suppose. I don't know.
I've not told anyone that I'm staying at the church. I didn't say anything to the Baron, certainly. I hope you are the only four that know that I'm, well, plus the father and Yeska, of course, but I hope you're the only ones that know that I'm there.
Well, then it might be for the best that you get back there as soon as you can.
I don't think you should walk with me because I think it might attract more attention. But perhaps you could linger in the street and watch me walk quite a bit of the way. It's a pretty straight shot to the church. Maybe you can at least watch over me a bit.
I will watch over you.
Gummer will bring Myrnar back and have him follow from the rooftops.
Nobody bothers her. Nobody speaks to her. You do see that the ravens seem to have taken an interest in her. The blue-tailed one actually comes down and sits on her shoulder for a minute. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? Hopefully familiar, aren't you? And just flies away. But the ravens seem to be escorting her as well. But she does make it, and you see Myrna sees her walk into the door. Myrna didn't see anyone.
Perhaps we can be lucky enough that that arm of his affects his nature enough that the protections will work against him.
I suppose.
If he had meant to make an immediate attempt upon her, he would not have had the dowel commissioned.
She's not going to be careful once we leave, is she? There's no way she's going to stay in that church the entire time if we leave.
What do you mean?
Well, to her credit, she's too headstrong. Wants to help her people. If she thinks another walk in front of the Baron and his guard or anything else around town will help them, she'll do it. She's not just going to sit in there. I can't see it.
So as you're having this conversation, the door bursts open, and one of the little Mardukov boys, Brahm, you think the older one says, "Forgot to give you this." It's an envelope, and you look at it, and it, in very neat handwriting, says, "To Sam."
I feel like I grabbed it
And
because I
we'll
love
find
letter.
out what is in that envelope next week. So, thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe. We keep doing this if you keep watching it. Watch next week when a letter is open.
You guys have a good night. This was fun.
That's all.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.